What if I told you that everything you see, touch, and feel may not be real? What if the world around you is nothing but a carefully crafted illusion, a grand deception designed to keep you trapped in a world that isn't yours? Welcome to the fascinating world of the simulation hypothesis. Join me as we explore the simulation hypothesis, a mind-bending theory that challenges everything we know about reality. You'll learn about the arguments for and against this theory and decide whether we are merely pawns in a cosmic game. The simulation hypothesis proposes that our perceived reality is nothing more than a sophisticated computer simulation created by a highly advanced civilization. But where did this idea come from? It's a question that takes us back to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato and his famous allegory of the cave. In Plato's story, prisoners chained in a cave mistook the shadows cast on the cave wall for reality, unaware that they were only seeing illusions. This analogy has been echoed throughout history, capturing the human fascination with the nature of reality and perception. Fast forward to the 17th century, and we find the influential French philosopher René Descartes, who pondered the possibility that our senses could be deceiving us. His evil demon hypothesis suggested that an all-powerful being could be tricking us into believing in physical laws and the external world, when in fact it doesn't exist. These early ideas laid the groundwork for what would become known as the simulation hypothesis. However, the modern version of this theory was popularized in 2003 by the philosopher Nick Bostrom. He presented an intriguing argument that has captivated the minds of scientists and philosophers alike. According to Bostrom, there are three possible scenarios regarding the development of advanced civilizations like ours. The first is that civilizations tend to go extinct long before they reach the technological capability of creating realistic simulations. The second scenario is that even if they do attain the necessary technology, they simply lack the interest or motivation to create simulations. And the third, which is the most unsettling, is that if creating simulations becomes a common practice among advanced civilizations, then we are almost certainly living in one right now. This reasoning is rooted in the idea that if civilizations continue to advance, eventually they will reach a point where they can create simulations indistinguishable from reality. At this point, it becomes more probable that we are living in a simulation rather than an actual universe. This is because if civilizations continue to advance, eventually they will reach a point where they can create simulations indistinguishable from reality. At this point, it becomes more probable that we are living in a simulation rather than an actual universe. But why would any civilization bother creating such simulations? The answer, according to Bostrom, lies in the nature of consciousness itself. If consciousness can be replicated, creating simulations becomes a way to expand and experience more consciousness, something highly desirable to any civilization that values its own existence. Therefore, if we are not in a simulation, it implies that we are either among the first civilizations to go extinct or the very last, leaving us in a universe devoid of any other intelligent life. This presents a philosophical dilemma about the meaning of our existence and our place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. Now, you might be wondering, how can we possibly prove or disprove this theory? After all, if we are in a simulation, by definition, it would mean that there is a creator with godlike powers who could be controlling everything. That makes the simulation hypothesis seem more like a philosophical argument than a scientific one. For there are still some aspects of science that lend credence to this idea. One such aspect is quantum mechanics. The strange rules of quantum mechanics suggest that reality is fundamentally computational in nature. Its phenomena like quantum entanglement and the discrete nature of particles hint at a reality made up of bits and pieces, much like the ones and zeros that make our digital devices function. Could it be that the universe itself is a giant quantum computer? Another piece of evidence comes from the work of scientists like Seth Lloyd, who argued that the complexity of the universe, both in terms of its physical laws and biological systems, points towards a computational basis. Lloyd has even estimated the number of operations required to simulate our universe, and the result is staggering, suggesting that the universe is indeed a vast and complex computer. But even with these tantalizing hints, testing the simulation hypothesis remains a monumental challenge. As philosopher David Chalmers has pointed out, just because we QA currently figure out how to test the hypothesis doesn't mean it's unscientific. However, some scientists have put forth intriguing ideas for detecting anomalies or glitches in the physical world that could signal a simulated reality. Or for instance, physicist Paul March proposed looking for sudden changes in the fundamental constants of nature or unexpected correlations between particles that could suggest a hidden computational structure. Such glitches, if detected, could provide the first concrete evidence pointing towards a simulated universe. While these ideas remain highly speculative, they demonstrate the lengths to which scientists are willing to go to unravel the mysteries of our existence. The implications of such discoveries would be nothing short of revolutionary, shattering our current understanding of reality and forcing us to confront the possibility that we are nothing more than figments of someone else's imagination. But let's take a step back and consider the broader implications of this hypothesis. If we are living in a simulation, who is running the simulation, and for what purpose? Is it possible that we are being studied, observed, or even manipulated without our knowledge? These questions delve into the realm of science fiction, blurring the line between fantasy and reality. Imagine a world where every action, every decision we make is part of a grand experiment, where we are the subjects and the universe we inhabit is nothing more than a laboratory. This unsettling thought experiment challenges us to rethink our place in the universe and the nature of our existence. Are we truly free, or are we merely pawns in a cosmic game? However, it's important to note that the simulation hypothesis is just that, a hypothesis. It's a theoretical concept that cannot be proven or disproven with absolute certainty. Nevertheless, it serves as a reminder of the vast unknowns that lie beyond our current understanding of the universe. As Carl Sagan once said, we only know a tiny fraction of what is out there. The more we learn, the more we uncover the intricate workings of the cosmos, the more questions we find ourselves asking. Our insatiable curiosity drives us to explore the furthest reaches of space and time, to probe the depths of the subatomic world, and to unravel the mysteries of our own existence. In this journey of discovery, we often come across phenomena that challenge our understanding of reality. Quantum mechanics, with its bizarre and counterintuitive laws, has shown us that the universe is far from the simple and predictable place we might think it is. The simulation hypothesis, while highly speculative, encourages us to push the boundaries of our imagination and to question everything we think we know. So, as we continue to explore the vast canvas of the cosmos, let us not forget the power of our own minds to conceive of the most extraordinary ideas. Who knows, we might just be living in a cosmic illusion, And if that is the case, what a grand and fascinating illusion it is. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on our latest videos. And if you want to support us even further, check out our support page. Your support allows us to continue exploring the depths of space and the mysteries of our universe. So keep looking up. There's always something incredible waiting to be discovered.